Focus, nigga, we about to blow. The money, the jewels, the crips, the cars, the clothes, the bitches, the guns, the knives, the aerosol. Smashing the niggas that's trying to stop the dough. So get focused, nigga, we about to blow. The money, the jewels, the crips, the cars, the clothes, the bitches.
Welcome to another live session at the Blunt Lab. I am Al, joined by my younger brother Marcus. What's going on, little bro?
What's going on, man? Back at it.
Yeah. I know it's been a bit. I just want to start off by expressing my condolences to you and your lady.
Thank you, sir.
You guys are good. I pray you guys are doing well.
Yes, sir. Mother-in-law went to be with the Lord this past week, so it sucks, man. It's still surreal, but like she's not suffering or anything anymore. So,
praise God to that, brother. Praise God to that.
Sir.
But I guess we'll jump right into it, man. I know you had something you wanted to get off your chest. I mean, I haven't been following, so I don't really pay attention, but I'll turn it on over to you, little bro.
This past weekend, John Cena had his retirement match.
I did see the clip. I did see the clip. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw the clip where he smiled right before the match.
Yeah, that's what people are like upset about. I mean, like as a wrestling fan, like I'd say most of my life, I've had times where I've just stopped watching, but I've always kept up with it. But like John Cena is like, he's arguably the biggest star to come out of wrestling. That's like maybe him, The Rock, Hulk Hogan.
Stone Cold.
There's a few names, Stone Cold, people that like transcended the sport. But this whole year with the retirement has been weird. It's been highs, been lows. The match itself was a really good match, and like the person they picked to retire him, I get it, because Gunther is like, he's a star, and he's like the big villain. Like the tapping out part, I'm like I get it for the narrative of like I'm retiring and I'm giving up, but his whole thing is never give up. Like I kind of wanted to see like the pass out route. We're talking about obviously scripted fighting, so outcomes.
Of course.
But I mean, it was a nice send off though. After the fact, now I will say the fans were letting Triple H have it. Like they were booing him religiously, bro. And it's not even the fact that he lost. Like I said, it's just the way it went. Like even with the Cody match at WrestleMania, it was like, I get it, giving him the title makes sense, but like the way it happened, it's like, it just. But with that being said, congratulations to John Cena, aka the GOAT. What a hell of a career. Yeah, and like he'll still be a part of WWE. Like he just won't be wrestling, but he'll still be like there. He'll still make appearances and whatnot. Hall of Fame's coming up. But yeah.
Like
I want to add one. I'm sorry, brother. This is one thing I want to add. This cat Obafemi, if anybody is out here listening, watch the show and watch Obafemi in that first match. That's the future right there. That dude is future, bro. Like, bro, he's Black Brock Lesnar. But actually with like straight skills. And he's pretty good on the mic. Because when he's talking to
Brock Lesnar is not good. Brock Lesnar isn't good on the mic. He's never been good on the mic.
That's why they put him with Paul. I mean, with Paul Heyman. Because Paul Heyman's like one of the best. But Oba is, bro, he talks like Thanos. Like he says shit and it sounds for real. And he's a humongous Nigerian dude, bro. Like athletic as hell.
On ESPN now, right?
Yeah. I think he was an offensive lineman at Alabama a couple years back. So he's like a crazy athlete, but he's like 6'4", 5', 300 and something pounds, moves. Like he's got those kind of things like Brock has, like to be that big and strong, but to be agile and fast. It's like, it's horrifying, But we've always said if Brock Lesnar in the UFC, if he ever had boxing, he'd be unbeatable.
Yeah.
Like what could you do with somebody like that, But
and even with boxing, you gotta want to be able to take that hit. If you ever noticing about something about
Yes.
Brock and Ronda, they didn't like getting hit. And, sometimes you gotta take a shot to give a shot.
It's a part of it. Yeah. It's a part of the process of it. Like nobody wants to get hit, but at the same time, you have to be able to absorb it to damage.
Like,
Be
that big, to be that fast, athletic at the same time, and he strong as hell. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. But Obafemi is somebody to keep. If anybody out there listening rocks with WWE, Obafemi is the future.
All right,
that's my guy.
Get it out there, Oba. Well, because we've been gone for a couple weeks, we didn't get a chance to talk about UFC 323. Now, granted, much of the card really isn't. I guess the card was okay, but co-main event, you had Pantoja defending his belt against the young fella, young up and coming fella. His shit broke the same way Jayden Daniels broke his shit in football.
Yeah.
The same exact way, breaking a fall, and then just
it's so gnarly. It was so gnarly.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about the rules as far as homeboy winning the belt because of it. It is what it is. We just pray that Pantoja makes it back. I think Pantoja should get an automatic rematch regardless. But I mean, depending on how long that takes to heal, hopefully the kid still has the belt by then. But for the most part, I feel terrible for Pantoja losing his belt that way. Yeesh.
That sucks.
That really the main event,
we didn't even get to see what it was, what those two were going to do because it happened so early.
Because I was expecting fireworks in that fight. That to me probably should have been the main event. Just because of the expectations, But going into the main event, little bro, Peter Yan manhandled bro. We've never seen this.
Done like that.
We talk about this dude's cardio. Peter Yan. He beat him up.
He bullied him.
He beat him up. Yeah, he bullied and he beat him up. Like Marab's.
And that we've never seen that.
No, not like that. I mean, Marab, not like that.
Peter Yan is a former champ too, so it's not like he's some scrub out here. But anybody says they picked that is a straight up liar, and nobody see that outcome coming. No,
I mean, granted, it's not surprising. It's just how it. I mean, he manhandled him, bro. And Yan wasn't tired.
No,
his face wasn't bloody. His face wasn't swollen. Like he beat the champ up. That's how you win. If you're not going to finish a fight and you're going to win by this, that's how you win.
Domination.
So congrats to the new champ. Shit, man. Let's talk some NFL, bro, because there's a couple other things I wanted to get into it with you, because I've been meaning to get at you. Things have just been busy here, but Patrick Mahomes, man. And then who was it on the ramp? Puka Nacua and
Puka Nacua got hurt, and Devontae Adams got hurt. Did Kyron get hurt too?
I can't remember.
I know Micah Parsons got hurt.
Yeah. And these are all, and I think all these are season ending.
Yeah.
Especially Patrick and Mike.
Yeah. I think Devontae, he re-aggravated a hammy or something like that. Because he's been questionable going into the last 3 weeks. But I feel like he might be able to come back. Now Micah and Patrick, they're gone for the season.
Dude, I saw Patrick's injury live. Man.
That was awful, bro. Mm-hmm. That was awful. And even if you're not a Chiefs fan or you're against the Chiefs or whatever, nobody as a football fan wants to see that happen to the face of the league. It's bad enough they weren't going to make the playoffs, or if they had won that game, they would have had to fight to get there. But to see him go out like that, it's man.
Especially
But
with
I
what,
was
3
telling you guys
games?
though. Yeah, he's gonna. I think that the Chiefs. This is a blessing in disguise. They're gonna retool, fix the issues. Like it's not you can like put a band-aid on it like you've been over the last few years. Like there's glaring issues with the team. Patrick's gonna come back with a chip on his shoulder because
Offensive
people are gonna
line,
be like, "Oh, he's
defensive
not that
line.
great." hmm He
So, yeah,
needs
we'll see.
like a Tyreek Hill kind of player. Xavier Worthy's supposed to be that, but at this point, I don't know, like he's fast, but I really feel like that's really about it with him. Like he's super fast.
Because
What
as soon
else?
as
You
Rice showed back up, Worthy kind of just
know?
disappeared. You know, when you
Yeah.
have speedsters like Worthy, Rice, and Hollywood Brown,
Mm-hmm.
but then again, Patrick was always running for his life. So
Exactly.
I kind of can't see what the receivers are doing if the focus is on Patrick running away the whole time. The running
Yeah.
game looks like Pacheco's not going to be there next year. So I mean, if
At the
they're willing
very,
to let him
or
go,
he's gonna be sharing the backfield with somebody else.
you know, we'll take him in New York. I mean, he
Oh
hasn't
yeah,
been
I'd
running
love
the
him.
same since that injury, but you know, you can share
Yeah.
the rock with somebody up in here in New York. You know,
Yeah.
you'll be in
Scat
Jersey,
Pat.
pretty much where he went to college. So you know, come on back home, buddy. But
We're looking at
Travis
the number
Kelsey.
one pick right now.
Oh, dude,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
Travis,
hope
yeah.
Travis needs to retire.
Honestly, I feel like he's probably going to, but part of me is like, I don't want to see it end like this though. Like with
Nor
Patrick
do I.
getting hurt and like Kelsey, he's shown throughout the season, like there's still moments that he can give you something. He can give you a lot. Like he'll
Before
have a
Garner
game or
Minshew,
two. Yeah.
before Garner Minshew threw that effing pick, you know, I think it was like
Mm-hmm.
3 consecutive plays to Travis. I'm like, okay, so if
Mm-hmm.
Garner can find Travis, why was Patrick having such a hard time? I mean,
That's true.
I don't want
And
to
to be
I don't want to
fair to
see it
the
end like
Chiefs,
that.
like their 4 top tackles got hurt this season.
Yeah,
Like the 2 starters and the 2 backups. So it's like it's kind of like the Super
and it
Bowl year.
showed. It showed.
Yeah, it
They
showed.
couldn't
Like
run the
Pat was
ball.
on the run the whole season. Mm-mm.
Pat was on the run. They couldn't run the ball. I mean, it was just
They got
it sucks to
predictable.
see, man. Yeah, it
You
sucks to
know
see.
what, too? I seen somebody talking about this. Have you noticed since Eric Bieniemy's been gone, that offense don't look the same? It doesn't look as potent.
Mm-mm.
I wonder why that is. I wonder
Mm-mm.
what Eric
You
Bieniemy
know,
had to do with it.
not that I believe this, but it did make me laugh.
Hmm.
You saw how successful Saquon was, and then he goes to the White House, and look at the kind of year he's having this year. I think a lot of the Chiefs are, you know, those kind of supporters as well. And you see what a dumb. Now, again, that's not me making this correlation. I'm not saying that I believe. It just made me laugh hearing people make that. You know, I was like, that's kind of funny,
Hey,
but you know, hey, it is what it is.
it's
But
true.
hopefully, things look up. And you know, I was talking to the wife, and I was like, you know what, she is right. The Giants don't play in New York; they play in Jersey. The only New York team that plays in New York is Buffalo. So I guess it wouldn't be bad to have Buffalo as a secondary team. Oh,
That's true.
I'm glad I have you here. I don't have the answer, so I don't want to answer I don't want to ask the question. Maybe I should. I told Gabe I would. What 12 NFL teams haven't won the Super Bowl?
The 12 that have not won a Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think I know the because I gave Gabe 7.
Okay. What 7 did you have?
Buffalo, Cincinnati, the Texans, Tennessee, Hold on, I think I sent it via text. Actually, he did send me the answers. All right.
Cleveland's probably on that list. They've won championships. They never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. So yeah, here it is. You got the Arizona Cardinals, Atlanta, Buffalo, Carolina, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Detroit, Houston, Jacksonville, the LA Chargers, the Tennessee Titans, and the Vikings. Is that 12? Yeah. I actually gave him 7. Let me see which ones. Yeah, I gave him 7. Mine were Cleveland, Detroit, Jacksonville, Buffalo, Cincinnati, the Vikings, and the Panthers were the ones I gave him.
Okay.
So I kind of got those off rip. But yeah. Dude, Buffalo's due, man. Oh, and congratulations to Josh Allen and Haley Steinsfield. They're having a baby.
Oh, wow. Are they?
Yeah. And if you guys are looking for godparents, awesome. Congratulations. If you guys are looking for godparents, I'm a fan of the both of you.
Yeah. Or, if you guys need, play date parents, like we have a 6-month-old.
Why you throwing your baby out?
Help show your baby the ropes. I'm saying he can help.
Why you undercutting me?
Baby, we're family, so it's all together, So like he can show their baby the ropes, of being a baby, little stuff here.
But yeah, they have. So going back to football, I had no idea we were in the playoffs in fantasy football. But I guess it makes sense since there's only 3 weeks left. So if you're up to speed, I know we're playing in 2 leagues. So the regular league, I guess, is what I'll call it. Because it's you and Lenny that are the top 2.
Yeah.
So it looks like I'm winning this week.
It looks like, as far as I know, you and Rick did the best this week. Like Rick almost got 200 points.
Yo, dude,
he went crazy.
Rick has this tendency, like regardless of his record throughout the season.
Oh, he's a threat always.
At the end of the season, he always manages to, kick some serious effing ass, and it pisses me. And so it's okay. So Rick and I did well, so we're winning. So what does that mean? Because we're not playing each other twice, right? It's just one and done.
No, it's just going to the semis next week. So yeah, now this is the thing, and I don't know. Maybe I'll ask Rick. I don't know if it reseats after this round, like because I'm technically me and Lenny are tied at first, but he had more points, so he's number 1. I'm 2. But if Lenny was to lose, do I take that top spot and play the lowest seed, or does it just because if that's the case, if Lenny was to lose and I play the lowest seed, it would be me and you. No, it would be me and Cliff, and it would be you and Rick. But if Lenny was to win, it would be me and you. And then
this is where Rick fucking screws me, bro. This is where Rick's. I think this will be 2 years in a row, ain't it? Because I think he tossed me out last year.
I think so. Of a bitch. But I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like right now, it looks like. No, it looks like Cliff is going to pull it out, bro. If the Dolphins play the way that they can with Waddle and the defense, and Achane has been a revelation this season. So, and
Jackson
as far
Dart.
as the Blunt Lab League, Mike has got that in the bag. Like that's a wrap.
Yeah.
I've been trying for weeks to catch up, bro. I can't get closer than like 100, but like 80.
You have. She has been kicking ass, bro.
What?
She stays on top of it.
Her team's loaded, man. And I never start the right people in that league. Like I've noticed it. I didn't start J-Mo this week.
Dude.
Henderson.
I meant Henderson on the bench. Oh, gee. Dude, I was watching that game and I had to ask her. I'm like, yo, find out who has this dude because I'm getting ready to pick his ass up. She was like, oh. She was like, thank God Marcus has him on the bench because she's trying to make sure you don't catch up, bro. She was like,
I can't.
She's trying to
I
make sure
think I'm having
you
a good
don't
week.
catch up.
She's having a better week. At the very least, even if I have a really good week, she has a decent week to where
And,
there's enough separation that I don't know if I can catch it.
and dude, you want to know what really upsets me? You want to know what really upsets me?
Mm,
I make a trade with Gabe for Taylor from the Colts.
mm,
Ever since I've
yeah.
had Taylor, he has
Oh
not
yeah,
done jack.
bro. He's
So I'm
hit
going
the
to say
wall,
this. I'm going
man.
to say, fuck fantasy football. Okay? Fuck
And, you know, you
fantasy
bring up the
football.
Colts. I have
Oh,
issues with
oh
this
yeah.
guy, Daniel Jones, but hey, shout out to him, man. Speedy recovery. I'm not a fan,
Speedy
but
recovery.
I don't want to see nobody get hurt. And
Philip
they're
F. and Rivers.
yeah, they're not the
Philip
same,
F. and Rivers.
bro. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, okay, I get it. Philip Rivers played for that team 5 years ago. Like, what is it with Cam Newton that like he's some kind of pariah or something? The way like
Oh,
nobody can give him opportunity.
I'm glad you brought that up because it goes into what I wanted to bring up about Shador. So you find
Mm-hmm.
out that Deion Sanders apparently dumped water on some dude. What was his name? McCarver. I forget the reporter or the journalist's name, but he was talking shit about Dion, and Dion was looking for him. He's like, "Hey, where's this dude at?" As he had
Mm-hmm.
like a bucket of ice or a bucket of water or something like that, and then he found him and then he dumped it on him. He's like, "Oh, it makes you feel like a big man, huh, Dion?" But either way, that was the interaction between the two. It turns out that that
Mm-hmm.
dude is either Stefanski's granddad or father-in-law, or Stefanski is affiliated with him somehow. So this explains why Stefanski feels the way he does about Shador. And then again, giving Shador the
Mm-hmm.
wrong plays on his armband so that he could fail on the field. Everything is
Bro, I
set
thought that's
to
what I
make
heard.
Shador
That's
fail.
true.
Yes.
I
Everything
thought
he's
I
doing
heard
is
something about that.
and it's all because Deion Sanders dumped water on the dude that Kevin Stefanski loves or whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, he's setting this kid up to fail and look bad. And when he was looking good, he refused to give him credit for it. I mean, like, dude, like, why even
Bro,
bring him to the
I
team?
think the
Why not just
Browns.
trade
I think they got one. I think they got one, bro. They're gonna fire Stefanski.
him?
I think I think they got a quarterback. My thing is they have Jacksonville's pick this year because of the Travis Hunter trade. They're gonna have their own top 5 pick.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of using it on a quarterback in a draft that like I mean the quarterbacks are coming out that are cool, but like there's no like can't miss prospect like QB this year. Go reload that team, get you a couple receivers, get you some O linemen, see what Shador has with the coach that wants him. See what you can do.
Exactly. Or give him up or give him to a team that wants him. Because I mean, like, dude,
Exactly.
where
To
can he
me, he looks like he's an NFL quarterback. He looks
yes.
skilled. He looks like he knows what he's doing. His arm is live. He makes good decisions. He's deadly accurate. Yes, he threw some interceptions yesterday. He's a rookie. Who cares?
And
Peyton
apparently
Manning
that's
threw
because
damn
he
near
had
30 his rookie year.
and that's because he had a player that had the wrong plays on his armband, which was
Because I saw like they said he took the thing off at some point in the game because and I didn't hear why though. But now that you said
mhm.
that, I'd
So it's
fire
like, yeah, man.
Stefanski today.
Yeah, I
Like
want to say some
I
things,
don't,
but I'm trying to be cool. I want, I don't want to be what you guys call Homelander, but like,
they
F
said I know
Stefanski
he's been like coach of the year twice. So what? Who cares?
because their team to
You
go
had
to.
Baker Mayfield and yeah. Oh, there's a bunch of teams that would take
Because I
Shador.
don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in Vegas, but I think he'd be great in Vegas with Bowers. You add a receiver to that.
Yeah. With
Um,
Genty, fix that O line. Yeah.
I'll never curse anybody to go to the Jets because apparently
Yeah, no,
anytime you go to the Jets, that's just the end.
pretty
Um,
much.
look,
Arizona.
yeah, that's another one. And I'm gonna say this. This is probably gonna be a hot take. People are gonna be like, "Oh, it's a little too early, maybe," but this is just my personal opinion. But like, dude, Minnesota. You know, McCarthy is yeah. I mean, I think Shador would do very well in Minnesota.
with that team, yeah.
Mm.
McCarthy looked better yesterday against. I mean, but that is Dallas's defense, so that's kind of like a get right defense.
And here's
But
another one. If you know, just because Atlanta's another one that has a quarterback situation as well. Your dad played there, might have left on not so good terms, but either way, Atlanta's another place that has talent.
ooh, with Bijan, Drake
Mm-hmm.
London, Pitts,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's
So
the
I'm
ATL. You know they're gonna love. You know they're
you
gonna rock with
know they're gonna
Shador.
love him
You know they're
because
going to.
they still love Dion.
Yeah. No, actually, I like that one. Nothing against Penix, but Shador and the
Yeah,
ATL. Ooh,
yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
ooh, that's funky.
And
I ain't
just
even
and
mad at that
just
at
and
all.
just because, just to be unorthodox, I think he should wear 21 if he were to make his way to ATL as a quarterback.
Why
But
not?
that's just my personal opinion. But the next one is still
Mm-hmm.
kind of sports related. Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. You as well, little bro.
Yes, sir.
I
Sure
don't know
did.
the dude's name. Thank you. But Russell Wilson invited this dude to his house for Thanksgiving. Did you hear
Is
this
it Doug
story?
Baldwin? I think it's Doug Baldwin.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah, I
And
think
this
so. I
dude
saw
proceeds.
Uncle Ocho talking about it.
Yeah, this dude proceeds, and you see, because again, you've known me pretty much your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
In the areas that I've lived at, where you've come to hang out, outside of yourself, your lady, and my homegirl Tiff, shout out to her if she ever listens. Did you ever see anybody else come to the crib?
Mm-mm. No.
Oh, Unique too. Unique. Let's not forget Unique.
Yeah. Just a circle.
You know,
Just the crew.
they're just a small circle.
Mm-hmm.
This dude invites you to his house without you even knowing what's going on. Again, I've never been a fan of Russell's, but as of late, he's been a real good teammate. I like what
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing on the field. So, yeah, I recognize that. You know what I mean? So, he's
Yeah.
we all get to grow. It doesn't matter how late in your life, you still get to grow. And for me, I kind of see that
Mm-hmm.
in him. Not to say that I want him playing, but nonetheless, the
No.
dude invites you to his crib for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And you proceed to talk all sorts of shit that, this person wasn't here, this person, turns out that I think his family were away on some kind of tournament thing, so they couldn't be there. So,
Mm-hmm.
they had shit that's none of your fucking business anyway.
Exactly. This shit's corny, bro. That whole interview he did was corny as hell. It's whack. This man invites you to his house and you go on to bash him and like, oh, he's weird or something's wrong because this person there, this person. What did he say? It was just him and Sierra and the kids
And the
and
nanny's
like
like, because
Sierra's dad.
hey, so what? The dude makes money to have nannies, but they can't be there. Nannies get
Exactly.
attached to kids too, man. Kids get attached to their nannies, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes those nannies know how to calm those kids down better than the parent.
Mm-hmm.
But you proceed to talk shit about that? I mean, the dude has money. Why shouldn't he have nannies there? Why shouldn't the nannies be a
Exactly.
part of that? Because those nannies are a part of the effing family taking care of the kids. So they
Mm-hmm.
can't be a part of an intimate. Well, because they're the help. Is that the mentality I'm getting?
Yeah. It's just corny, bro. It's just whack. It's just I don't know.
Like, dude, I'd
Yeah.
love for us to get more views, but not like that, man. Not. Come on. You know how many names? You know how many
It
names I could
feels
drop?
like a cheap shot, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's,
Kicking a brother. Come on, man. I'll talk shit about the brother, football wise.
mhm. Yeah.
I might have said some other shit, but nonetheless, I'm not gonna. If the man invited me to Thanksgiving, I'm not gonna be talking about who the fuck I'm here to eat some. If anything, what was the food like? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you want to
It was
have
a
a kind,
conversation.
what kind of food was served, homie? Like Come on.
Exactly.
But either way, hey man. Another thing, this man just keeps popping up. Can't seem to stay
Mm.
out of the spotlight for some reason, and it's because of Mr. Petty himself, 50 Cent.
Oh
I don't
man.
know. I don't know if you got a chance to watch.
Oh,
Oh,
I
did you?
did.
Oh, I'm glad you
Oh, I
did.
did.
I'm glad.
Yep, I did.
I'm glad you did because
I did.
uh I'm gonna say this. I expected to hear more from Albie Shore, but I believe
Mm-hmm.
he still has a pending case, so there are certain things he can't say, which is
Yeah.
why you didn't get to hear more from Albie Shore. Because look, I'm gonna point you in a direction because you and I have known each other forever, so you've heard me tell these stories.
Mm-hmm.
I've pointed stories in the direction of Tupac and Biggie back then.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of folks were like, really, again, I don't have the entire solution for you. I just have because it's just pointing in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Porter, pneumonia. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Bet you didn't put this one up. Brittany Murphy, she died of pneumonia. 5 months later, so did
Mm-hmm.
her husband. Her husband had dirt on Diddy that he was about to come out with. Go figure.
Mm-hmm.
Albie Shore, again, has a pending case. Almost died from a weird pneumonia. Jamie Foxx almost died of a weird pneumonia. Um, you saw in the documentary the Nipsey Hussle shit. Anyone
Mm-hmm.
that goes against the grain with this clown, he thinks of himself as some gangster, I guess. You saw how he muscled
Yeah.
homeboy out of his cut of the company.
Bro.
The footage you saw before he gets locked up. I mean, Diddy is known for not paying people, so he didn't
Mm.
pay this dude. So of course, 50 Cent, being the petty dude that he is, pays this dude and is able
Mm-hmm.
to use the footage. Like, dude, if you'd have paid this, we would have never known this shit.
Yeah.
Now, there was a time where he was in the vehicle talking about, oh, hey, man, is there some hand sanitizer in here?
Oh yeah.
Now, look.
So all the stuff that you doing, bro, you need hand sanitizer because you were shaking fans' hands. Come on, bro.
Yes, that was my going to be because I was like, I wouldn't knock you if I didn't know what you were doing. Now, me on the other hand,
Exactly.
yeah, if I'm shaking all those hands, everybody that knows me knows that I walk around with some form of sanitizer, whether it's rubbing alcohol or fucking hand sanitizer, preferably rubbing
Mm-hmm.
alcohol. Most people like to dig in their nose, dig in their ass, dig in their
Mm-hmm.
crotch. And because it's their own body, they don't think it's nasty. So they're touching every motherfucking thing,
Yeah.
shaking people's hand. Like, so, yo, dude, I don't need to ingest that kind of shit. So I'm over. But like, did he? Like, come on, dude. We've heard what you
Yeah.
really.
The part that got me. One of the things.
Mm,
Well, there's a few things that stuck out, like the Biggie situation. I'm looking at that a little differently, but the producer that helped him with that last album, when this man
dude.
said he woke up not knowing what was going on, sore, and sometimes he'd wake up with a girl in the bed, sometimes he'd wake up with Diddy in the bed. How's that sometimes thing, bro? I wake up one time and he in the bed. We shooting a fair one right there, and that's it. That never happened again. Like, no, can't.
It's not even that. It's in today's news, rap mogul P Diddy dies.
Yeah, pretty much.
If we
Bro. I'm doing an interview. Yeah, this man said he woke up sore. Like, okay, we all adults. We've had sex before. What part of you is sore after sex? I'll wait. Why is this
like,
okay? And then when he was like, "Oh,
dude.
this stuff that I don't even want to talk about that happened," I was like, "Oh my god," because you just told us that. Where?
What could be
What's off
worse
the
if
table?
you?
Yeah, what's off the table at this point? And then listen to
So
this
yeah,
fool talk about. He said he was a god at one point, bro. I was like, yo, and all essentially gatekeeping, knowing this is who this dude is. He ain't just become this, but nobody has anything to say until Cassie
and the
comes out with it. And now I have the flood work, the waterworks come. Well, the
and
floodgates
then
open, I
the
should
and the
say.
jurors, the black chicken and then the Indian dude. Now look, I know Diddy was not on trial for domestic violence, but
Mm.
I don't know how Diddy did it, but yeah, they ruled
They
in his favor.
justified it, bro.
Yeah,
Those
they
jurors were
justified every.
justifying, well, because you're a bad person doesn't mean this or that. Like, if I see that video of what he did to Cassie, everything else that's on the table becomes truer because of that. At the
And
very
then the
least, it
chick
becomes truer.
and the Kid Cudi situation. Homegirl told you. Homeboy showed up with a gun, told me to get in the car.
Mm-hmm.
She's telling you this dude went over there to commit murder,
Mm-hmm.
but yet you're
And
thinking
it's
she's
like, oh,
lying. They
exactly.
they literally were victim blaming those jurors.
Mm-hmm.
You see why I would never leave it up? I'm like, dude, if my life is going to be over, it's going to be over. I'm
Yeah.
not going to leave it up to a jury of my peers. If I'm going to
And they
make
got, it's like they found literally like the worst 12 people to do
yeah,
this. Because it's like,
yeah,
oh, you're a fan of his music? What? What do you, this is the issue with the world, bro. It's like, if you are rich enough or if you have enough influence, you can pretty much do anything. That's what's been proven in so
dude,
many
no
different
one.
facets.
I told you, we're hearing this about Diddy. He's not the only one.
No.
We're probably never going to find out. Well, maybe we will. Who knows? But there are other folks, and I know Clyde Davis or whatever his name is, that Davis fellow.
Oh yeah.
I know he's in the
He's like
middle of it, bro. I know he's
the
knee
goat of
deep.
this.
And look, and I even told you before, Jay-Z is not clean in all this.
No.
But
Bro,
hey, that's all
Diddy
alleged.
killed
I'm not
Tupac.
trying to get murdered.
Diddy, I think, killed Tupac. I think he has something to do with Biggie's death too.
Oh, dude, you heard
And
Homeboy
like,
say. I mean, I don't know if there's paperwork to prove it, but he said in the documentary that Biggie was supposed to go to the UK after that concert he did in
he
Cali.
told him, I'm ready to
And
go. And he's like, no, you need to stay here and do
yeah,
promotion or whatever nonsense it was.
Puff shut
That
that
makes me
down.
feel like you had something to do. Like you knew
Yeah.
this was coming. And you had something to do with it. Why weren't you in the car with Big in his car when that happened? It just seems so many coincidences. It's like, it's very convenient. It's very
Like
convenient how
you
everything works
just
out.
can't. As much as we'd like to say it's you just can't ignore those things. Those things just
No.
can't be ignored. But hey, man, that documentary, I just thought like when they asked 50 Cent, who's your favorite villain?
Yeah.
50 was like, I like Diddy.
Bro,
This
I'm glad
dude.
you said that. There's one thing I had this. I didn't want to say anything before now. They made Diddy. This dude's the boogeyman, bro. Like, we're
Or
gonna
they're
talk
making him
about
out to
Welcome
be.
to Derry. Like, we're gonna talk about that shortly, bro. He's Pennywise. He's Diddy wise, bro. This
Oh,
dude
dude,
is a fucking boogeyman. He's like a real life boogeyman.
I got to give you the business because I've been dropping gold on my Facebook with these Diddy
Oh, I've
memes.
seen some of them, and some of them are ridiculous.
But
like,
enough.
I can't with that guy, bro. And the fact that
He's
he
coming
only
out of
got
jail
what,
soon.
4 years or something.
Not even 4 years, dude. Damn, they can't.
He got
I
time
like
served
how.
too.
Yeah, I like how 50 Cent and the director kept posting it up at the beginning, in the middle. Like, this is what he was charged with. This is how much time he's getting with time already served. They kept reiterating that to you while you're hearing these horrible
And
stories about this dude.
And that guy, the guy that he took 25%, his 25% Burrows, that was it, right?
Oh, dude.
Didn't he say that he got assaulted sexually too by this man?
Diddy had sex with everybody in his circle, bro. And before we move on, because we have better things to talk about. Hey, man. Again, I'm not looking for clout in any way, shape, or form by saying this, but Ray J talking about Diddy took my manhood. Like, dude, Ray J, you were trying to take a shower with Kai Sanat and the crew. Diddy did not take your manhood. You gave it to him.
Bro, you handed
Okay,
it
you
to bro.
gave
You
it. You
said
you
that mess.
gave it to him.
I spit my drink out, bro. Literally spit out of my mouth. What reading that? Ain't no way Ray J said these things, bro. That's got to be AI. Ain't no way Ray J came out
You
of his
know
mouth and
that's
said
what they're gonna say. Once these Epstein files and photos come out, they're all gonna be true, but they're gonna say, oh, it's AI, it's AI. With AI being what it is and getting better each day, of course that's gonna be the argument. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Ray J was on Kai Cenat trying to take a shower with these niggas butt naked. So for you to tell me that Diddy took your manhood, no, you missed me with that shit. You missed me with that. But before we go on to Stranger Things and Welcome to Derry, I don't know if you heard about the shooting in Australia. I forget how many confirmed dead, but these two dudes, they were targeting the Jewish community. I think it was like 11 dead, maybe more. Jeez. And I believe on that same day, there was a shooting at Brown University.
Okay, I did hear about Brown. I did hear about that one.
But yeah, look at that shooting. It was in Australia where my man was attacking the Jewish community. Like two dudes.
It's so jarring, bro. Every year the mass shooting numbers just rise. Like, why? What?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's disgusting, dude. It's a shame. It's a shame. But I'm going to give you the choice, man. Yeah, my prayers to the victims and their families. Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Like, I don't care who you are. If you're just out there trying to have a good time, you don't deserve to be shot down. You know? And if you're just going to, that's. But I'm going to give you the choice. Which one you want to start off with, man? You want to go Stranger Things or Welcome to Derry?
Let's do Derry. Let's kick this off with Derry.
All right.
That last episode, I know we're gonna get there, bro. The last episode, the last 20 minutes of that episode. Okay, we'll get there. I'm just excited. Like, goodness gracious.
Episode because when we left off, we didn't get to cover episode 6 and 7, and last night was the season finale. So episode 6, the title is like in the name of the Father. Essentially, you get to see Ingrid's obsession with the loss of her dad. She's trying to find her dad. But then it also starts off because, Will's dad just lost his buddy. So Leroy's talking to Will, trying to tell him to stay home. And then Will gets disrespectful, talking about, he's like, you're not like me. He's like, yeah, I'm not like you because I would never let my friends die.
He did say that.
That slap to the face was well deserved. And for the mother to act the way she did, you put hands on our son. Okay. So what was I supposed to say? Good job for being fucking disrespectful?
Yeah.
Now, yeah, of course my man was angry. And they say you should never like spank your child when you're angry. Because, they're not
scared.
Yeah. So
this is a man without fear that's experiencing fear for the first time in however long. So,
boy. And in this episode, that's where the good old boys are rounding up to hunt Hank. Lily had found that pillar. She still has that pillar or the dagger, whatever you want to call it. And she starts acting weird. You can see she's automatically acting weird and possessive over that thing the second she gets it. And then you start to get to see the cuteness between Richie and Marge, because that's when she lets him change. Yeah, I know. That's when she lets him change the when he was using the spit. She was like, whoa. And he was like, "Yeah, there's antiseptic properties." She was like, "I don't think that's true." And she still lets him do it anyway.
Yeah.
And when she thinks that he's gonna be disgusted, he was like, "Yo, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it makes her feel better. And you start to
Yeah.
see, like, you know,
Their bond.
yeah. And then, dude, because of the box being open for Dick, he's seeing the dead ones everywhere now. In this episode, that's when he's going crazy. Um, then Marge and Richie. This is when they make it to the black spot,
To the black
so
spot.
that they can convince Ronnie to go back in, because these kids figure out that, hey, we need to be together to win. No matter what version of this you're watching, these kids actually figure out real quick, we need to be together to win. So they're trying to convince Ronnie. And dude, we get to see well, first, that airman who gave Marge and Richie their first effing drink. To my, yeah, that's an Air Force, an Air Force coat. That's the taste of freedom. And we get to see Richie pimp out on the drums, bro.
Oh, Richie went crazy, man.
Dude, these kids are such good friends to one another, because you see Will enjoying his boy be the man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no hate whatsoever.
Marge fell in love.
Oh,
that solidified Marge's
dude.
love for him.
Absolutely.
Richie was the best of them, bro. To say it fairly, Richie is literally the best of them. And it's nothing against any of the other kids. It's just Richie was pure. He really was like just a pure cat.
Yeah. And I'm watching all this, and dude, everything that we've discussed long before these episodes aired has essentially come to fruition. Pretty much. You know what I mean? I'm watching Richie pimp out, and I knew Richie was going to be next as well, because when he was trying to get his little airplane on the main street, once it went into the tunnel, I knew he was going to be next.
The fact that mob, I know that's where you're going with it, when the mob gets there, because we know from the movie, this is that, because Ben was talking about it in his research. But Ingrid being the person behind it,
influenced by Derry, her obsession with her dad, or trying to save her dad. I guess that's her thing. She's trying to save her dad from this, because she feels like her dad is being lost every time it goes to sleep or what have you. And when they show up, I was like, ooh. So then that goes into episode 7, which is the black spot. Man, so yeah, Dick talks to the dead, essentially, because here's the thing: the guys come in, guns drawn, mask on their face. Here's where
with Molotov cocktails. That was the plan. Always. Like, I get it. If they would have just turned Ronnie's dad over, they were still going to do what they did. That was happening.
And I know it's a show, and this is all scripted, whatever, but I don't like to where you kind of make us look dumb. Okay, these niggas show up with gun and those cocktails in hand. They say they're leaving because you guys draw on them. But you mean to tell me not one of you is going to go outside and make sure they leave?
They leave.
You allow them to chain you in? And then, dude, when the chaos began, I knew this is where the feast was going to go down. So then Dick has no choice but to talk to the dead ones to try to save the kids, because he knows that, I got to get them out of here. He's able to get Ronnie, Will,
Ronnie's dad.
Yeah, and Ronnie's dad out. And Richie and Marge, of course, get stuck. Richie finds a refrigerator. He opens it up. He's like, hey, get in this. Everything's going to be okay. Marge gets in, realizing that, hey, there's not enough room. Like, dude, I'm fucking, there's, I think, only one person listening right now. So, yeah, like, this scene,
Oh, it got me, bro.
bro. I'm like in the middle of eating. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You know, I'm like starting to choke up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, I can't even
Oh
eat
yeah.
right now because I can't.
Ugh,
He gets her in.
that that hurt, brother. That
He shut the door, and like in the middle of the chaos, the kid sees Pennywise feasting on somebody. You know what I mean? Because
mm-hmm.
there's nothing but fear and panic in that room and chaos, which is
Yeah.
what he is the god of. So this is
Ronnie
perfect
saw it
seasoning.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Before
Which is
Hanlon
perfect
got her out,
seasoning.
Ronnie was
Yeah.
looking at him.
Which is perfect
Yeah.
seasoning for the meat.
Mm-hmm.
In this instant, when he shuts that fucking refrigerator, lays on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
you see that exchange with, you know, she says, I love you, Rich. He's like, I love you too. He gives the thing a kiss. And at that, because I saw people talking about, oh, well, why didn't Pennywise, you know, tear him apart? Well, you have to understand, in that moment, there was no fear. He was
No, he
being
wasn't afraid.
brave. He was being brave and he
Courageous.
felt
He was a
nothing but
hero.
love. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is the same with Ingrid, because
Well,
at the end of that episode, Ingrid, he hugs, you know, to see Pennywise hug something was super weird.
yeah.
But you saw how disgusted his face was because all she was feeling was love for her dad. And for him, he's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is fucking disgusting. That stinks to him.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no,
Exactly.
and that's why, you know, Richie was there. And dude, when the kids surrounded him, man, bro, like,
Bro. I knew once it started, that's where this was going. I didn't. I was hoping that Halloran could have got to them because you
yeah.
remember he saw them, he was about to, and then that pillar fell and just separated them for good. And he's like, "Well, I got to get them out at the very least, or none of us making it."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Richie, that little Rich, that was tough, man. That was really tough.
And somebody tried to make it
He's
about
become my
race.
favorite.
Yeah. They're like, oh, why they crying about Richie? What about all those black people? Okay, yeah, that's terrible.
Everybody
These
else
are
there died
children.
essentially,
Yeah.
except like the 3 or 4 people that got out that we mentioned. Everybody else is
Mm-hmm.
dead. Because
Like,
the ones that were like trying to break through, they were shooting them. The ones that were trying to go out of windows, they were getting shot. Like you said, I get it's a plot point, so that's why it didn't happen. But a few of us got to walk out to make sure that these fools leave. Or
mm-hmm.
not even be pragmatic about it. As soon as they draw and we draw, just start firing on them.
Thank you. Thank you.
What?
That
Y'all came
yeah.
here to kill us. We're not giving him up. And the fact that y'all walked in here with masks on too, that tells me there were no good intentions with this. It wasn't give him up and we'll leave y'all alone. Like, nah, bro. That was they're playing. They came in with chains and locks just to do this. Like, this was it reminded me of Sinners, that scene, well, the whole plot of Sinners and like that killing floor essentially. So
and in this episode, he shows Ingrid and Mike the deadlights. But
yeah,
Ingrid,
he did.
he lets leave, which, as you can see, drives her crazy, and she lands in Juniper Hill essentially. And with Mike, the way that ended with him showing up with the phone call.
Oh, bro. Once he started talking
Yeah.
crazy and Mike turned around and he's like on the fridge.
On the thing, bro, that startled me a little bit. But I'm gonna say, here's
covered in blood.
Here's covered in blood.
He don't have a red suit. He's covered in everybody's blood. He just ate.
And the reason why
he just had a buffet.
Blood, he just feasted. He went to sleep. But Halloran was able to find one of the pillars because the Indian ancestor showed it to him. The general burned said pillar, knowing that it was going to unleash this dude, which allowed Pennywise to wake back up and start his feast over. Dude, I don't know if you remember what Pennywise said to Mike before he snatched him up. He said, the dark meat is twice as sweet. He said the dark meat tastes twice as sweet. I was like, oh No.
Bro, I had to rewind it because I laughed so hard I missed the next few minutes. I had to rewind it so I don't miss anything.
Of course, I was continuing to eat when he said
Oh
this.
man.
So yeah, bro. I was
Oh,
like,
the
yo, this
dark meat is
motherfucker is
extra
fucking
sweet.
mad. He said the
He said
dark
twice
meat.
as sweet, right?
Yeah, he said the dark meat tastes twice as sweet. I was like, oh my
Oh
goodness,
my
man.
god.
But
Oh.
okay, so then it leads to the season finale, which was last night.
Whew.
Because we need to wrap up to get to Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
This is the best episode. This is the
we
best
pretty much
episode
see
of
how
the season.
I'm gonna say I don't know which one for me because every single episode, like, and I've gone back and rewatched them just to have just to watch them back to back to
Yeah.
back. Every episode, like, dude, we're not done. Done with like, dude, it's straight up 5 out of 5 blunts for me.
Yeah.
with
Oh,
this
it's
show.
5 for sure.
You
I know
know,
I'm skipping ahead, but I just want to add. You notice once it ended, the end credit, "Welcome to Derry," the chapter 1 came up under it. I was like, "Oh, that's the
So-
reveal! Like this is not
so we were
stopping.
mistaken.
This is just the beginning."
So when Beverly sees Mrs. Kirsch as an adult, that's just it using her greatest trauma, one of her greatest traumas, and using that to build. So Pennywise is diabolical, bro. Like,
Bro,
folks
he's
don't
on another
understand. Like,
level.
he does when he turned back at the general. He's like, "Oh, I recognize that smell." And you see the general real quick turn into a bitch. So I'm like, "Get back, stop,
Yeah.
you stop." Like, he.
Like, you think that's what you think you're gonna control him? You think that's how this
He
works?
was warned. He was warned. And dude, when Pennywise starts talking to they started tying everything. So you see Rose leaves the farm.
Yeah, talk about that Marge. Yeah. Oh yeah, but yeah, however, yeah.
Leaves the farm
exactly,
to the Hanlons. So that's how you see Leroy becoming the sheep farmer, and then you see little Mike. That's how all that starts there.
Yeah.
Dick, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go become a chef at this big hotel. You know what can happen at this hotel? You know what I'm saying?
What's the worst that could happen?" Yeah.
And we all know he dies at that hotel.
Yeah.
Marge. He was like
that.
He shows Marge.
Is that Marge Tozier?
Picture of her.
Like Tozier.
He was like,
so
and she was like,
"Don't recognize your boy. You don't recognize your baby boy."
And then he was like,
"Oh, that was good."
And he was like, "Your kid kills me, but he tells you how he sees time." And dude, this is where that lake that they were on.
It's not linear. The time's not linear to him. It's all the same.
But that lake that they were on, I can't remember if that dead tree was in it, but in Castle Rock, Skarsgård, the character that Skarsgård plays on that, he travels, whether you want to call it dimensions or whatever. The Deaver dude that was at the gate that greeted the black guys, Deaver, that family is really important in Castle Rock. So Skarsgård and Deaver kind of switch sides because of him switching dimensions, but it's a part of that lake and past some trees or whatever where they're able to walk. So yeah, they're tying all the Stephen King shit together, as you can see. And he was like, "Yeah, your kid kills me, but my death is really, the death was really my birth because of the way time is for him." You guys got to remember, he is immortal. He is a god. Bro. So even what we see in It Part 2, he ain't really dead.
Bro, Halloran saved Marge at the last second, bro. As soon as he opened up. And I want to say, too, because it just dawned on me, and I don't know. So, when you see the deadlights, like you said, he let Ingrid go. Will, they saved Will. It's just like with Bev in the 2017, they saved her. But I think when you see them deadlights, I think it has like a real effect on your life and future. Because like you said, Ingrid goes crazy. Like she's in Juniper Hill now.
Because he shows you stuff the brain can't handle.
Yeah. So like Will, like the way that they described it in the movie, that Will had issues. Like Mike's dad has issues, and he dies in that fire. You know what I mean? So it's like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I feel like you see them deadlights. If you come out of that, you're not the same. Beverly, her life as an adult was terrible. Like she's getting abused. The same situation she was in as a child. The stuff with her dad. Like, you know what I mean?
And
Like
she
I feel like
saw,
seeing them deadlights does something to your psyche going forward.
and folks don't understand, like it is like his true form is the Deadlights. What we see is the
Mm-hmm.
clown, as you saw in this episode as well. Well, throughout this is how Bob Gray, the way he was able to draw kids, is what
Mm-hmm.
it needed. So of course he took on that
Exactly.
form, which is why he took on. Yeah, I mean, dude, they tied. Like I wasn't unhappy with this season finale.
No,
You
no,
know, dude, the
bro. I'm just
trail.
excited for more.
You and me, but I'm disappointed that it's over. Again, it's 5 out of 5 blunts for
Yeah,
me, dude. The trail of kids behind him before they saved Will. That shit looked
bro.
creepy as over the lake like that.
And you know
Oh,
what's I thought about too in the 2017. It you remember when the kids first get well. I'm gonna no, it's at the end because they were fighting in the house and like they had to like
hmm
disband and break up. When they
hmm
got to his lair, all those bodies floating going up, bro. This is we're talking like probably like thousands of years of
yes.
because he doesn't kill everybody. He doesn't eat everybody. He eats certain people. Certain people he wants floating. I don't know how he determines what's what. Maybe like he's like maybe it's the fear thing, like the people that are the most afraid. He wants them to eat like he wants to
There,
eat them.
I believe their souls are eaten because he's the eater of souls as well, and he allows them to
Okay.
float. Um, because if you remember, even after they they sort of kill him, after a while you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Dead. You know what I mean? Beverly, they caught her
Yeah.
in time. Will was caught in time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like like Final Destination, they kind of tied things up. Like, hey, you
Yeah.
seen the deadlights, nigga. You about to be dead, nonetheless. I'll give you a little bit, but I'll be back. And he catches up with
Yeah.
him. But
So like
dude, phenomenal
like the,
show.
they weren't in there long enough. Like and like you said
Mhm.
with Ingrid, I hope they explore that more. Like, did he just decide I'm gonna let her go, or
'Cause you got to remember,
is
he
he
uses
using her
adults
as a
too.
vessel?
Yeah,
Yeah, like he can use her as a vessel because he does with Beverly as an adult later on.
he used
Oh,
her
that
so
part
that
too.
she set Hank up. All that just so
Yes.
that he could set up that feast. So yeah, and
Yeah.
then you see when Hank was going to jail, that the one CO that was behind the door
Mm.
with the Pennywise smile,
With
the
that
one
crazy
chick
face,
was
yeah.
mhm, the one chick in this recent episode with that crazy smile. So he uses the adults, he helps them forget. Much like Scarlet Witch, he has power. Dude, the fog that took
Yeah.
over the
Oh
town,
yeah.
that
The
ties into
fog,
the
yeah.
mist. Because they say the mist is
Yes.
tied into that. So like, dude, the way this fucking last
Mm.
episode, bro. Oh my
And brother, the
masterpiece.
ending. Seeing Ingrid Kirsch as an old lady. And RIP to the actress. I think she passed. I
Yeah, yeah,
think
she
they had
passed.
her tribute
Hmm.
up. The same actress from the 2019 adult it movie. Well, the adult character kids,
Yeah, yeah.
that adult movie. Yeah.
And you
But
see how Pennywise uses that image because that's where Beverly loses her mom because her mom just hung herself. And you saw how the
bro,
dad,
yeah, seeing Beverly like the actress
oh,
turn around, bro, I was like, oh snap! And it was
he didn't.
26 years later. It wasn't the 27. This is the year before he's waking up, and
Hmm.
like her mom's in there hanging, the dad's being a jerk. And what she said, you know what they say in Derry, no one dies. Well, no one ever
No
stays dead or
one.
whatever.
Hmm. Oh,
Ever
and
really dies. Oof.
before we move on to Stranger Things, I was watching the season finale. It was like maybe midnight, past midnight. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
when they're running towards the dead tree with that pillar, and they're trying to put it in, and then you see the old ancestor come out,
Yes.
and then Rich Marcus
bro.
I just saw a knockout in a fight at 12:30 at night. I
Mm-hmm.
lost my shit in the apartment, bro. Like I didn't give a fuck.
Bro,
You know, the neighbors always making. I lost my shit.
it's like you said, they have to be together, and I commend you for that too. These kids are smart. They figure this out relatively quick, without casualties. Usually, you know what I mean. Like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not this time. Rich died, but it's usually as a unit they figure out. Okay, this is what he's doing to us, but if we're together, he can't. Like, we're not like the
Mm-hmm.
fear. He's not going to be able to, pick us off one by one. But no,
You want
Richie
to talk
coming
about?
out and Halloran giving his parents some
Dude, you
peace.
want to talk about getting choked up? Talking about, hey, you feel that hand on your shoulder? That's your
Yeah.
son.
Yes. Oh, bro. Bro,
Marge's
this is
speech
one
before.
this is one of the best. Oh my god, the speech. Bro, this is one of the
Yeah,
best shows this year. And this has been a good year for some TV shows. This
yeah,
is
yeah,
up there
yeah.
for me. Like, this
So yeah, let's
is
wrap.
oof.
So 5 out of
Jeez.
5 blunts. That's Welcome to Derry. It's
Yes.
on Max.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick,
Mm.
Netflix is making a bid for everything Warner Brothers
WB
and all that. Yeah,
Discovery.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Paramount like pretty much made their bid even higher. So there's
Yeah, they did.
so we don't know where that's going. So HBO Max might not be anymore. It might get absorbed. So
They said
yeah, we'll see
Disney
what
can't
happens.
do it. Because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
Disney would jump in there, but they said they already have too many of these major companies. It would be a
Mhm.
monopoly, so they can't bid.
So yeah, we'll see where that goes. But yes, that's Welcome to Derry. It is currently on Max, 8 episodes. It is phenomenal. Check it out.
Great show.
Stranger Things. Oof. All right,
Oof.
all right, all right. So Marcus,
Woof.
I mean, we won't go episode by episode because we're gonna get more episodes coming up. But didn't I tell
Mm-hmm.
you about freaking Will? Now,
Bro.
I kind of said it would be Will against Al. I don't know where that's going
Mm-hmm.
because I know Vecna still can control this dude. But this dude has Vecna's powers. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I effing
Bro.
tell you?
That last 15 minutes of episode 4 was some of the best cinema I've seen. Bro, when the eyes turn white,
Just like Vecna.
Bro.
You see
I'm
that
thinking,
Henry.
before this happens, bro, Vecna walks out. And I'm like, Lucas and Robin and Mike and the moms, they're done, bro. What's here to stop them? El's nowhere near this.
I believe Vecna was trying to get Will. When Will started having those visions, I believe that was Vecna's way of trying. Because you remember in the beginning, we get that terrible CGI of Will.
Yeah.
I mean, if you knew this was the direction you were going to go, you should have had
Just
this
filmed
film
it when he was
long
a kid.
before.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, and shout out to whoever it was with Al's outfit to the Goonies. Go back, like it's same shit, just
awesome.
which is awesome. But you get to see L Train. She's getting ready to try to fight Vecna. And hey, I have this theory that we're either going to see Eddie Munson again because we didn't see about, and if because it goes into their Dungeons and Dragons lore. There's like a vampire god, that comes in to save the day or get. So with those vampire bats that were biting Eddie and chewing him up, and in all vampire lore, the saliva infects you, blah blah blah. So we're either going to see Eddie Munson, or I would have thought it would have started happening already with homeboy Steve because he got bit by the vampires too.
That's
the vampire bats. I would have thought any kind of, so but then you kind of see the rift between him and Chunky.
Dustin.
Yeah,
you know what though? It started last year though. Well, not last year, but last season when Dustin was spending all that time with Eddie. And you remember Steve was feeling some kind of way then. But
yeah,
and like him and Eddie were like kind of crazy, but then they got close and
because with Eddie,
but Dustin's changed though because of what happened to Eddie. Like Dustin's different.
Eddie always told Dustin to be yourself, dude. Whereas to where with Steve, he was like, hey, try this, or step outside of
Yeah.
yourself. Where Eddie was always like, "Hey," and even when Eddie was dying, he was like, "Hey, number one, watch the sheep, which is the rest
Hmm.
of the crew. Two, he was like, never change. He's
Yeah.
like, always be you." So with everybody like shitting on Eddie, because again, there's no physical proof to prove his innocence. So yeah, Eddie's, Dustin is hurt. He lost his boy. People are shitting on him. The bullying, dude. Lucas saved his ass, boy. When they were,
Yeah.
but that beat down that Dustin took.
Oh yeah. But
Linda Hamilton.
both of those are good advice though. Like just be yourself. But sometimes it is okay to step outside of your comfort zone. Like you never know. I get both sides of
As
it,
long as you're still
but
true to yourself, like always, because even Dustin even said it to
yeah,
the guys. He was like, when were we ever going with the flow? You know what I'm saying? We were always true to
yeah.
ourselves, our friends. So like he's trying to keep
But
that
Dustin's
vibe.
going about it wrong though. Like I feel like he's going about it wrong. It's just like, and like obviously this is not over. We're going to clear Eddie's name. Like that's important. We have to do that. But until
Hmm.
that point, like you're just antagonizing people, or you're just asking for a fight, wearing the Hellfire Club shirt and everything. You know what I mean? Like that's what got Dustin whooped essentially.
I'm curious because I've always known when like in those lab experiments, because you see how one is Henry / Vecna, L is
Mm-hmm.
11, old girl, her sister she found is 8. Usually
Mm-hmm.
when they start those off, did you see how it's 0, 0, 1, etc., etc.? Well, it usually
Yeah.
starts off with 0, 0, 0. Now everybody
Mm-hmm.
thinks Vecna, aka Henry, is the big bad wolf, but it's really the mind flayer.
Yeah, the Mind Flayer seems to be the big overarching villain.
Yeah,
Bro,
he's the
I have a
one.
theory.
Mm,
And I don't know if it's weird or not. I feel like Henry Krill, like his like the mindscape with like that he's got Holly in and that we see Max back in.
hmm
I feel like maybe Henry Krill is trying to fight Vecna because Vecna is like a vessel for the Mind Flayer to me. That's what it's coming.
Yes,
I'm not saying like I know that, but it
it is.
seems like the
It is.
Mind
You're
Flayer is
correct.
the one controlling all of this. You
He
know,
is
so like
because
I feel
when
like Henry Krill is trying to separate and get some kids like because I guess he's gonna need that strength to like fight him. But at the same time, it could just be what it seems like. He needs these kids to like essentially split the worlds or like open it up
and
to where
with
it's
those
just one.
kids, with the older kids doing the Dungeons and Dragons lore, with
Mm-hmm.
Homeboy's little sister, is it Holly? Is that her name? If you look at her outfit,
Mike and Nancy, yeah.
Mike's little sister. If you
Yeah.
look at her outfit, you might have been too young for that show, but I don't know if you remember the show Rainbow Bright
Yes.
and what her gifts were or what have you, and what she was able to do. Well, it
Mm-hmm.
kind of mimics what Holly's able to do on there.
Yeah.
Being the way out for Max and all that stuff, being able to go through. And dude,
I
when
was happy to see
Linda,
Max, bro. I was
so
happy to see Max, man. I'm like, you got to get about that bed. You healed up at this point. The
when
bones
they were
healed.
playing, when my man was playing the song for her and the tape stopped and it shut that
Oh,
hole, like shoot. Granted,
I love that
CD and repeat
Lucas.
didn't repeat. Yeah, he's not.
Like Lucas is not giving up. He is not giving up on Max. And I love the last thing he said to her, like, if you're going to wake up, you need to do it now. Like, we
And
need
again,
you now.
he figured out we need to be together to win. We need to be together to win. And they, I think they do
Mm-hmm.
need Max. They do need Max. And
Oh
man,
yeah. Especially with what she's been doing in the mindscape for however long this has been, however long she's been in this coma. She comes out, she's gonna have some information to help them. And she'll probably be able to help them find Holly.
Linda Hamilton,
So
awesome. And I want to
oh,
shout out to Linda Hamilton because you know how a lot of these Hollywood chicks do things to themselves to
mm-hmm.
make them look as. Shout out to Linda, man. You look great. And
She's
she was awesome
obnoxious
on
on
the
that
show.
show. She's a great actress because I hate her. I hate her character on the show. I
Oh
freaking
my
hate her.
god. You know who I love is Erica, Lucas's little sister.
Oh yeah, eat your
When
damn
she was
pie.
like, yeah,
You should have ate your damn pie. Oh,
she
and
is
bro,
the fat
before we
kid.
go any further, delightful Derek, bro. Come on, man.
When he, when he
Delightful
was
Derek
bopping,
is one of the
when
best
he was
things.
bopping those kids on the head, like, hey nigga, you kind of hitting people hard, man. You hitting it like that. We fighting. You see the way he was hitting those
I love
kids?
how he called old girl out and say she's a snitch. Bro, I looked it up. The last name, that's the mayor. You remember the mayor that was at the carnival
Yes,
when the
yes,
Russian cat died, the season 2 or 3?
yes,
That's
yes.
his daughter. And I was like, oh,
Oh,
he's a snitch too, though. That makes sense. But
dude, his
bro,
his his
delightful Derek,
transformation
man.
from being a dick to doing what he
To
was
being the
doing, like,
best
dude,
thing on the show.
like he was about the cause, bro. He sacrificed himself to go
Yeah.
in to go save those other
I
kids.
like how like Joyce told him, like, you're not dipshit Derek. You're delightful Derek. Bro. The way he was talking to them, he was like a cult leader, man. The way he was sitting there with them, they all sitting around in a circle.
And you see how he had
It's
the
like Derek
adults.
got him.
He was like, "Oh, this is just visualization." What? I can't even say the word right now. It got me all fucked up. And the adult was like, good job, buddy." Dude, I thought it was awesome. I can't wait for Christmas. I can't wait for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And New Year's, we're getting the rest. Dude, Will, when Vecna, again, in the beginning in the first episode, he said, "Hey, we're going to do great things together."
Yeah, he did.
So that had to tell you right there. And I've always kind of pegged, I'm like, dude, when Elle banished Homeboy into the Upside Down, that's where the mind flare was like, hey, this is how you can get your revenge, which is where Vecna goes on his thing. And dude,
yeah,
Will, his eyes flipped over just like Vecna. You saw the way he would. These people were in different places.
Yes.
We haven't seen
snapping them up.
With all the practice that Elle has had, we've seen some of the phenomenal things that she can do.
Yeah.
Will hasn't shown anything like, and just do you see how, bro?
And usually 11 needs to like be in front of the person or the thing for you know what I mean? Like,
but hey,
I don't know
that she
can get things from different. Yeah. Oh, that's true. But she's not connected to the hive mind.
She's not connected to the hive mind.
Will being connected he has eyes on where everything's at, where any of the Demogorgons are at, anything. Vecna is not going to be able to keep Will out of it. Like, he's going to be able to locate that big thing in the Upside Down, that whatever that is, and maybe the Mind Flayer. I don't know. That's where the kids are, where they're like hooked up into the thing.
Dude, to set up shop in the Upside Down like that, I don't know that you could pay me enough to do that, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's the main villain of this show, the damn U.S. government.
Just like in Derry.
Come on,
welcome to Derry. Like, come on.
Like, what are we doing?
We had this shit sealed up. You want to open it back up for what?
Trying to harness power? That's not how that works, bro. Dealing with things that are like beyond human comprehension. I'd say we also that shit alone.
Exactly. But we also get history in the memories of Henry, that Henry and Will's mom knew each other in high school. Now, some folks are trying to say, oh, maybe Vecna is what? No, I don't think that he could be Will's dad, because then, what's her name would have mentioned.
No, because Jonathan's older. Boy. Yeah, well, Will's dad,
they were like,
saw him in season 1.
They were trying to say, oh, well, if you remember how disconnected he was when Will disappeared, that kind of shows, blah, blah, blah. And maybe, what's her name secretly had. But yeah, there was no talk of any relationship with Henry. And she would have known that, especially since the kids mentioned it. So that's kind of out the door. But because they use Henry's blood for all those guys. And again, Henry transferred his shit into Will. So, he's not the dad.
Yeah.
He's the source of
see,
their, the power, but he's not the dad. He's the source of all their power, including Eleven's,
yeah,
but he's not their dad. You know what I'm saying? They used his blood
that
for
kind
all
of
those
kills my
experiments.
theory. Now that I think about it, the fact that
Hmm.
Henry did do some wild stuff before he was in the Upside Down, unless the Mind Flayer had a way to like infect his mind up,
That cave,
in
because you remember it's
reality.
his. That's
Oh, the
where
cave,
he
they haven't
spent.
explained it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's his
won't go in
memory.
there.
Yeah, that, and I guess in the play they say that's where he comes into contact, or I don't know if he was in the Upside Down or comes into contact with the Mind Flayer, but that was his worst experience and his worst memory and his
Okay.
biggest fear. So I think that's where he came into contact with the Mind Flayer and he got sent back, just like he did to Will. Will, he snatched
Okay.
Will in the Upside Down and then sent him back into the world to either do his
Yeah.
bidding, if you will. But
Did you
that play
notice?
apparently is important.
I've seen that. I've seen that. I kind of want to see the play now, or at least
I
like
do
a
too,
video of it.
because they're
But
saying,
you notice
that's
how,
essentially where this stuff stems from.
yeah, like where this backstory is coming from.
Hmm.
Like you notice Henry when he's dealing with Holly and the other kids, like Mister What's It, like how he's
Hmm.
dressed, like nice, and he's a nice person. But anytime we've seen Henry outside of that, he's in the white, like orderly joint, and he's looking menacing. That's what I'm saying. Like, I
Hmm.
wonder if there's a split or if that's just like just showing, what he needs to be in that moment. Like I wonder if he's trying to split off or has he split off? And like maybe like you said, maybe when he's in that cave and he went to the Upside Down for the first time originally, maybe the Mind Flayer infected him then and
And I
sent him
gotta,
back, like you said, sent him back into the world to fuck shit up.
because Vecna needs 12 kids to
Mm-hmm.
enact whatever he's trying to do. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm I'm also wondering too, little bro, what Mike's mom has to play in this. Because I actually
Why
believe
didn't
she
he
has
kill her?
something. I think she has a
Mm-hmm.
big, big, big role to play in this. Because you also see her face on the new poster of this new season, anyway, like above the
And
Upside
she must
Down.
have called it. She went to high school with them too, with Joyce
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
Hopper and
Because
Henry, like all of them.
Joyce was promoting Henry's play, so they had to have been friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike and like her husband, Mike and Nancy's dad,
Yes,
like
sir.
he was
Yes, sir.
there. So yeah,
Dude,
I'm
these four
excited,
episodes.
bro.
Yeah, you and me both. These 4 episodes were great. I finished them back to back to back.
Oh,
And dude, that
it
I told
was.
you, like
Oh,
you said, that last scene, that last episode, those last like 10 minutes. Ooh, boy.
bro,
And
if
hell.
like we were hype watching it, I couldn't get like loud hype because of the baby was asleep. But I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking
Oh,
about, Will. That's
I
what
was
I'm
loving it.
talking about.
But yeah, that's Stranger Things on Netflix. Hope you guys get down to it, man.
So
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. So Christmas Day we get the second part, and then New Year's we get the season finale. So again, that's Stranger Things on Netflix. Check that out. So far, so good. We'll give you our opinions on it when we wrap it up. I guess that'll be New
Mm-hmm.
Year's Day. We'll try not to take too much time off because I feel like we lose momentum when we do that. You know what I mean? So we'll see you guys next week, same time, same station. We appreciate you guys listening, watching, and watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for joining us. I'm Al, joined by Marcus. Peace.
Guns, the knives, the average soul. Smashing the niggas that's trying to stop the dough. To get focused, nigga, we about to blow. The money, the jewels, the crips, the cars, the clothes. The bitches, the guns, the knives, the average soul. Smashing the niggas that's trying to stop the dough. To get focused, nigga, we about to blow. Money, the jewels, the cribs, the cars, the clothes. The bitches, the guns, the knives, the average soul. Smashing the niggas that's trying